So in the same way that we can enter or that we can insert a video file directly into our presentation, we can also decide what portion of our screen we would like to record and actually record what's occurring on our screen and then use that as a video as well. Okay, so this is just called a screen recording. First thing we'll do is we'll make sure that in our starting file folder we have the tour registration file, and go ahead and open that one. Don't worry about what I just did. I'm just copying it from one place to another, so I have two versions because I'm going to be changing this version. And so once you've got this file open, this tour registration file, return to PowerPoint, and what we're going to do is go to slide 6, and on slide 6 it says register now for our Eagle Sanctuary tour, and then it gives a few details about the tour, and then it says see how easy it is to register. So we're going to show our audience the registration process by filling out a form in Word. Let's start by clicking on the Insert tab, and let's click on the screen recording option on the far right. By default, what that's going to do is it's going to minimize PowerPoint, and then we're only going to see whatever else is open on our desktop. In this case, you should have the tour registration file open. If not, then you can close this, make sure the Word document is open, and then try again. I see my cross replacing the cursor, meaning that it's time for me to click and drag to select a particular rectangle. So I'm going to click up here on the top left and then just select the text and the table below the text. All right, so this is the part of the screen that I'd like to record and that I'd like to eventually include in my PowerPoint presentation. And again, we're just recording a sign-up process now, so I'm just going to fill in random information. It doesn't matter what I enter. So just follow along with what I enter here. So I'll click on record. It's going to give me a countdown. And I'm going to say, okay, Landon Catenacci. Let's say the requested tour date is January 6th, 2022. Number in party is 2, and then let's say the contact number is the following. Okay, once we're done with the recording, we can use the Windows Shift Q shortcut to end the recording. Okay, or you could have just clicked on the end option that was appearing on the very top of the screen. So now we have what is just basically a regular video object, similar to the video object on slide 2. But of course it contains the screen recording. Okay, so it's got the audio and it also has the visuals as well. Great, so now let's center it underneath this heading right here, and I can center it by paying attention to my, let me just see how big this thing is, there we go. So I can center it based on the smart guides. Let me just look for them here. There we go. So I'm going to center it so that the horizontal center of this object is in line with the horizontal center of my screen recording object. Okay, and then don't worry too much about how high it is or anything like that. We're not trying to place it perfectly, we're just trying to be approximately on the same page with some of these exercises. Okay, so we've already played it, we've seen how that works. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to compress media, and what I mean by that is we are going to make sure that we are including the media in our presentation, whether it be, you know, this video or the audio file or the screen recording that we just added. We're compressing it so that it is at a certain quality, and we might choose to decrease this quality if, for example, we wanted to decrease the size of the file so that we could email it more easily, as an example. For this example, we're just going to keep it at a very high resolution. So let's go to the File tab. Let's go to Info. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on the Optimize Compatibility option, and this is just going to optimize those files that we just looked at. So let's go ahead and click on that. Okay, and then let's also compress media, as I was saying before. So let's go to Full HD. so that we are at 1080p. Okay, so we can go ahead and close that, hit the escape key, and we are good to go.